All right, roll with it.
This time, I can call meeting order and approval September 22nd minutes.
I'll make a motion. A second.
A motion and second. Any discussion? Not all in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Same. Good. Okay. This time we have a treasury report.
I'll make a seat. Hold on just a second. Just a minute. Jeanette, you stay here. I'll stay here.
Here, let me make it so you can get past this without.
Jeanette, here.
You get to sit.
You can sit here, Jeanette.
Oh, or that works.
Okay, Jeanette, you want my seat?
I'm
good then.
We're good. Okay.
We're good.
I'm sorry to be late.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
I'm going to take a moment to tell you that in front of you, you have 2 proposed policies and newsletter. And then, I'm sorry, please continue with meeting.
Who, Mike?
You.
Yes. Can we just finish maybe with a gentleman here?
Oh, yeah.
You can, before we do the treasurers, because that way
do you want to,
it's more efficient so they can also go.
who wants to go first?
Sure.
One of the things that was in your spot or handed to you is the reserve fund policy. Reserve fund policy. And this is a policy that was put together by a few library directors and KDLA. Thank you. We can share. And it basically spells out how much money we should have in reserve and why. And then it leaves us to set the amounts for in reserve. And H asked that Wayne be in on this. Our budget is like,
did you put it here?
It was in your spot when you
or it's the very last thing.
There it is. Our budget is 100,000 a year, roughly.
Or
no,
like in
no,
general,
more than that.
What we spend.
more than that.
More than that. It might be 400,000 or 500,000.
Didn't I say 800,000?
700,000. Or even
You
said
oh, I'm sorry. My brain was thinking 800,000. I'm a little fried today.
No.
Okay, 800,000 is what I meant to say.
Yeah, it's low. So that's what we. That's why we just like it.
That's roughly what we spend in a year.
Yeah, maybe in a year more than that, too. More than.
Sometimes, depending on the amount of tangible tax and minerals tax.
How much we have to spend on fixing things.
I looked at the Kentucky Public Library Association's website, and they've developed some standards that they encourage libraries to follow. It's not law, you don't have to do it, but it's very good. It's a good set of standards, I'm sure you're familiar with them more than I am. But anyway, they have specifically to reserve accounts, they have 3 levels, I'll call them, of funding that you can do. The first one is called essential, and I think they see that as the very minimum that you should do to have the necessary money available for the services that you provide. And then the next level is what they call enhanced, and we just have a little bit more money for emergency situations. And on top of that, they call it exemplary. Anyway, those 3 levels, what I did is I took the last couple of years' actual expenses and receipts, developed the last page of that. Those same 3 levels using those numbers. So to have money for 3 months' salaries and benefits at the essential level, 152,321. That's on this last little page attached to that. And then at the enhanced level, which is 3 months' salaries plus 3 months' operating expenses, it takes $218,800. And if you want to fund it to the exemplary level, that one is for 6 months' salaries and 6 months' operating expenses. It takes $437,000 to get to that level. None of this do you have to do anything with other than you just make an accounting entry in your books and say, we're gonna reserve this amount of money for operating expenses or payroll expenses or whatever. So it doesn't change anything, you don't move money, you don't do anything, it's just simply an entry on your books to show we're setting aside this much money. Basically, what it does do is if you were to go borrow somebody, for example, you had to borrow money to rebuild the backyard or whatever, the bank or the vending authorities will look at that and say, well, you know, you already allocated so much of your fund here, so you don't have as much as you had before. But your balance sheet is good already, so I don't think that would be a concern at all. But I think what you have to decide is which level you want to do that, you want to do it all. Which level you want to fund at 3 months or 6 months salaries and operating expenses. That's the amount. That's the number. You have to actually come up with a number to put in the policy that they sent out. I said you've done one for operating revenue, one for emergency, and one for capital reserve. Obviously 3 different ones. The one that I'm talking about is just for the operation reserve. Let's take up those numbers, and that's what we take to make the 3 various levels.
Any question?
Not to me. No, I think I've got it. Do we vote on it? Or is this something we're gonna
we need to
talk about first?
put amounts in
For the reserve fund.
for the reserve fund policy. So under operational reserve, I filled in 6 months. I will actually put in the current dollar amount that Wayne has supplied for us as exemplary. And then I'm suggesting that in emergency reserve, we put basically a year's worth of operating costs because, you know, we have to replace a building. We may have to, we may have a flood.
Shut up. Yeah,
so I put in, me too. I put in 800,000 in that slot, but we don't have to go with what I'm suggesting. If you want a different amount in there,
so that's for 6 months. So that'd be 16.
No, I put in 437, 601, that'd be 6 months. So I put in 800,000 because that's pretty close to what we do in a year. Mm-hmm. And then for capital facility reserve, that's if we were to build another building, just for another large project, a remodel, recovering from a flood.
Well, Neon's getting remodeled.
Neon is getting remodeled. So I'm going to suggest that we basically put in an amount that it would cost us to build a new building. We're not building a new building, but remodeling that is probably going to cost close to $600,000, which is just a guess. I don't know that for sure. Yes, and actually that's much higher than
yeah. My question,
yes,
is we're talking about remodeling and all that. Have you heard the insurance company they're going to help, or can you recover from them, or are you going to expect maybe amount from them, or what? It's just
so we've already gotten payout from Home Site for Neon for the building and the contents, and it's in my director's financial report. I'll give you that out in a moment.
That's
but they said that if what it costs to replace at the same level, like putting the building back together and refilling it. If it costs more than they've given us, we just give them receipts and then it'll even out. So they're going to take care of us for neon. FEMA for this building, the basement, the elevator, Blackie, which I've got pictures. I'll just send this around. This is after the demolition at Blackie from the flood recovery stuff. I'm having a meeting with them tomorrow, which I give them our procurement code, any estimates, any invoices, our insurance policies, so that they can see what's going on and what needs to go on. I had a phone call with them last week, and tomorrow is the in-person meeting with the rep from FEMA, our Kentucky Disaster Recovery liaison. This is a different one. This is Alan Kellogg. He's sent to us by the state. And our FEMA person's name is Karen, whose name I cannot remember right now. It starts with an R though. There's a couple of other agencies that'll be here. Vicki, Legina, and Grace are all going to be here so that they can talk to what was damaged and lost. So
I'm just asking.
I know, yeah. I know. I'm not sure how much FEMA is supposed to help, 75%, and we're supposed to cover, like local government's supposed to cover 12, and we're supposed to test. Something like that. But I haven't heard anything from local government. So that's what we've got so far. Okay. So back to the policy. It basically says, Board of Trustees may consult with financial advisors, architects, or other consultants to determine capital needs over the 10-year period. This fund may also be used to pay off bonds issued for construction if we don't have any bonds, and land acquisition projects. Money will be added to this fund as they are available after other funds have met the targeted goals listed above. Any amount equal to percentage of total annual expenditures will be added to the capital facility reserve each year. If a large capital construction project moves into an active planning process, this policy will be updated to reflect appropriate financial preparation for the project. So basically, yeah, it looks good. Yeah. There's the one picture of the windows, and I'm imagining, wouldn't it be fun to have like window seats all along there?
Bill, I know it's also your architecture, the black, and I know you like the stage. But at one point, I think Janet and I will remember, we wanted it out so we had more space, shelving space down there. But of course, Grace said, no, we need that stage there.
Grace and I have talked about it.
They have like programs, but they need the stage. So
Grace and I have talked about it, and she would like it for seating.
No, finally, and so that's why I'm glad that we got it out.
Yeah.
Because finally,
plus
it's more useful. It's the space that you could use for shelving or.
If we were to have the stage there, right. It wouldn't
be
ADA.
It's so limited.
Yeah.
Okay, you couldn't even put shelves there, and
it's not ADA compliant.
And it's an ADA compliant. And also, I was thinking more on a periodical section where they could sit down and look out the window. Janet and I out.
So back to where.
Sorry.
Yes. Back to the
but
policy.
anyway, that's what it is. So
did you guys all get the chance to look
did you
at
see
this?
it? Okay. Bill?
I agree completely. I can visualize it if we can spread chairs out there.
Yeah, that's
much larger viewing area, and you can lay it out, and it was just too defined. All of these
that's
said.
true. That's true. But it's going to be a beautiful library.
So it's saying that we should add a percentage of the total annual expenditures will be added to the capital reserve each year, but I think it should just be what remains from that year's budget, because, you know, if there's money left over in the accounts, it just sits there. Can't we just say that this amount should be part of the capital facility reserve?
These things are really up to the board to decide, and then you want to be really guidance as far as.
Okay.
But what would you recommend?
It really depends on what you read, what you have planned for, and what, you know, what those who know about building.
I really don't know about blanket.
Yeah. Well, Neon is
Yes.
insurance is paying for it.
It's paying for a chunk of it, and it's not saying, we're not saying how much we have to spend of this. This is just to protect the funds that are in the accounts. So we can say, this is what we're doing with it. This is why we have this much money in the account.
I just looked at the balance sheet to see number. There's $1.5 million in unrestricted funds now, so we can't go over that obviously. So if you're going to put 800,000 in operations, which is that would be 700, can be put elsewhere. I wouldn't recommend you take it down to zero anyway, but yeah, but that's the maximum that you can use through reserve funds that you have.
So we're in good shape for this forward.
Yeah, I mean, unless you want to spend more on a new building.
Well, we can't go over $1 million after January 1st without fiscal court's approval. So.
Oh, it's a new one that they have to January 1. Is it January 1?
January 1.
They already have a say in how you spend the money, or I thought it was just board members. I didn't realize it was involved.
Oh,
financial.
There's a couple of different things. They have to make a motion to take over selection of board nominees.
Yeah.
That one we know. Any building projects over $1 million have to be approved by the fiscal court, and any buildings, library buildings that they want to take and use for the school system, that one would have to be approved by both the fiscal court and the library board. So not without,
That's good to know.
not without like putting a lot of people on board.
I'm still trying.
I don't think I have a problem here. That's one of the questions.
Yeah. I think
that was one of the main reasons that set up.
Yes.
They were the ones that wanted it. They're still trying.
It was, there were actually 2 counties where that happened, Pikeville, and then there's one in Christian County. They had a problem. The school wanted to take a building, and somebody knows. I think any county judge executives and fiscal court members that we get are going to be more community oriented than to take from the library. I hope.
They've got too much on their mind right
yes,
Yes.
true, that's true.
Yes.
Okay, back to it.
Sorry, back to the
policy.
reserve. Let's just say any remaining amounts, and not an amount equal to percentage, but any remaining amounts. After annual expenditures will be added. So it'll read after, let's see. This fund may also be used to pay off bond issues for construction and land acquisition projects. Money will be added to this fund as they are available after other funds have met the targeted goals listed above. Any remaining amounts after annual expenditures will be added to capital reserve each year. Does that sound? So in the blanks, I have, this is starting at the top, Letcher County. And then under operational reserve, 6 months of operating expenditures estimated at I'll put 450,000. 450,000 dollars. And then under emergency reserve, $800,000 in this fund. And then capital facility reserve, that sentence change. Does that sound good to you, Wayne?
Don't you have to put a number to begin with in that capital reserve as well? To begin with some number to be added to.
Which one is that one?
I think you would have to have some amount designated as the reserve to start with.
Because they're equal to the total.
Oh, okay.
Well, I suppose you can start with 0 and just add to it the excess insurance eventually.
Which is kind of where we already are. I mean, if we look at 450,000 plus 800,000 is 1,250,000, and then anything else goes into capital facility reserve.
That will work.
And I think maybe we should put the capital facility reserve at $1 million because that's basically our construction cap.
Would you have that much, $1 million, to put in the
That's
facility reserve when you already have?
That's what we build. That's once we have,
Because that's 450,800, that's already 1 million something.
Yeah.
And you put another 1 million here, that you might not be reaching that goal. I mean, well, it's a reserve.
It's
so
basically, we're saying we're going to save 450,000 to cover 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
And
then
we're going to save 800,000 in case of emergency.
Okay.
And then on top of that, we're going to save $1 million in case we have to build something. So we're not saying we already have this. We're saying we're going to save until we have this, but we're never going to reach that.
That's what I'm saying. That's realistic. Maybe 800,000 might be better than $1 million. That which you want to be spending anything after that. You want to reach that. See what I'm saying? Or you just want to build it.
We want to build it. We don't want to reach that amount because we want to have it in the accounts so that they can't say that we've got excess of our reserve fund policy, so that we have to start doing this with our money. It's basically an insurance policy. Yeah. We're not saying we have to save this. We're saying this is why we have this. Does that make sense? No?
Not doing
Clear as mud. Okay. So
go ahead and go.
One of the reasons SB 167 came into effect was because certain people didn't like that libraries have excess of 6 months operating costs plus an emergency fund plus planning for the future, because they don't do that. They put themselves into debt, and then they see, well, the library has this money. Why can't we just take this money? And this explains why we got it.
We have questions about it.
Yes.
So we just need
it's a protection one.
But we're not gonna. Yeah, that's what
We're actively do this.
Yeah. But these are going in place in case we need it.
We kind of We do the first.
My thing is,
We do the operation.
yeah, this is,
We have the emergency reserve.
We do it inactively. We just hadn't put it
Put it
in
in
writing.
writing.
Because it's not like we're going out to spend all the money that's in the accounts. We're saving it in case we have an emergency.
yeah, we know that, and
Right.
in operation, you put it in emergency.
Yes.
So I think the capital that you put in million, which is fine. But what I'm saying, is that really realistic? Or is it a goal that we want to achieve?
It's a goal.
Or is it a goal? And so, so to the extent that maybe, okay, and we'll say, okay, emergency, our 1 million is only 250,000. I think it's,
As a goal.
okay, so if
Yeah,
you
it's
have
in
a
writing.
goal, that's fine.
But it's in writing, that way we have a record of what we are doing.
Okay. Because I thought maybe we were trying to address it as realistic as we have
Oh,
now.
no, it's just protection for what is in the account. So we can say, this is why we've got $1.5 million. Not like we're trying to reach 2.4.
Well, that's all right. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay.
Have I confused you guys?
No,
You get it? Okay.
I'm clearer.
Okay, we need a motion on this.
Yes.
I'll make the motion that we accept the reserve.
Motion's been made. Second. Person. Saying aye. All those opposed, same sign.
Okay. Thank you, Wayne.
I just want, I understand what you're saying. I just want to make sure you're not reserving $1 million right now. You just want to get there.
I guess that's what my question was.
Right.
Wayne.
We're not gonna work at actively reserving. We're saying if
Yeah, that's
somebody
what
comes
mine-
at
yeah.
us to try and take money, which is illegal in the state of Kentucky, library funds. Library funds are supposed to be used for libraries only.
I think that's precisely my question. Wayne.
Um,
That's all.
So we're not actively trying to reserve it. We're just explaining why we have this much money in the account.
You are reserving two on the other two funds.
Yeah.
I mean, we're-
yeah,
That's fine.
yeah, that's fine. Because you already have it here too.
Just push the.
It basically explains,
Push the flat.
Well, I feel like you're right.
yeah,
Puts it in writing, what our policy is.
yes. Yes.
And we doing. So I'm just like, okay.
We're not gonna,
Were
we're
you going to
probably
get that
never
one?
gonna reach that goal. And I'm
Okay.
not saying we're gonna wait to do remodeling and building until we reach that goal. That's just saying, we're gonna keep going as we have been. And this is why. With the money. We're not gonna like scrimp and cut budgets. We're just, any carryover is going there. Is that?
That's
any-
more realistic.
Yeah. Does that
That's
help
more
at all?
realistic.
Any further questions for Wayne? If not, thank you, Wayne, we appreciate it.
Thank you very much. You're
Thank you,
welcome to
Wayne.
stay. if you
Bill,
want,
you're
but
next.
we know you're a busy guy.
How about that? Another Thursday for-
You got another meeting to go to.
Thank you, Wayne.
All right. Well, we have work to do, and we're doing work. We've regarding the belfry, I mean, the Black Library, Brian and I are talking and working together on this, because now it's totally different. Not a totally
It's-
different project.
It's not, it can't be if FEMA is gonna pay for any of it. The outside riverbank remediation is the project.
That's it.
That's it. Everything else has to be separate, has to be bid out separate.
Okay, that's what I was gonna ask you, how we do that. But yeah, go ahead.
Because if we want FEMA to pay for any of it, we can't give them a previously begun project. They won't pay for something we've already started.
So you want to.
It has to be
have a
separate.
line. when you go into the, it was so much a part of what we were doing inside, we couldn't separate it very well, definitively, unless you ask me to.
This
Yes.
is this riverbank remediation, or is it something else?
This is the whole paint, we're painting, we bought our paint.
Good.
And it's going next week. And it's also, it's not oil paint, it's the water-based.
Water-based.
Yeah, it's turned out to be the paint of choice, we think. And we think that your building is already that. You remember, I can't remember. Yeah, so, but anyway, what I was thinking, I asked Brian, to work us up sort of a concept of the money that it would take, and he said maybe 75, less than 100,000, 75 to do all that stuff on the inside and sort of integrate it with the work that we're doing. But we would want to bid on it, when we do anything we can do to help you to do what we would do, which would be management project probably. So
we haven't.
It has to be separate.
It has to be separate. So we're just doing the outside riverbank remediation right now.
Well, it's on the way done.
And
so
the emergency exit.
yes, okay, we can do that.
Yes, the emergency exit was originally part of the project.
It was part of the project. Yes.
Okay. Do you have things to tell us? Report, whatever.
I'm sorry.
The Blackie project?
Well, that's what we're doing. That will be done pretty soon.
All Blackie likes is the bang and the emergency exit.
Yes.
Has the rock been laid?
Yes.
Oh, I missed it. I need to go out there.
It held through the flood.
Yeah.
Well, I knew it was stacked up and held through the flood. I didn't know it had been placed on the riverbank, but in place.
Wonderful.
It actually.
I've told her about 3 times the rock stuff. Good.
I cleaned a little bit. That was the only evidence that there's no flood at all.
Oh, wow.
Test 31,000 years.
That's wonderful.
Howard, it is. It's just
That's
perfect.
wonderful.
And all the grass that we put in, it just watered the grass.
Oh,
And all the mud disappeared. I don't know how. It was a miracle, I thought.
was the
It
flooding there
was
serious?
It was right under the hole.
So now
It was.
we have to wait on FEMA to.
No, we don't have to wait on FEMA, but we do have to bid out and make decisions like
On the
we
inside,
normally
yeah.
would with a regular construction project, the inside.
You have to just tell what they want and put it out for bids, and then someone has to, they have to bid.
And we would like to bid on it as a construction management project, sort of. But it would be.
That has to be.
Or maybe it has to be a lump sum bid, So I don't know. We'll work that out. But when you put your ad,
we need specific information. That's what is to be done. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
Thank you.
that'll be a one.
That will be a little later in the meeting.
I'm not. That's why I said okay. I'm just asking.
Anything else, Bill?
well, we also
I have it.
had a very similar.
I have an invoice for Bill.
Okay.
Yeah.
From Bill.
We had we did a site visit for the Neon Library too, and that was desperate.
That's almost a complete rebuild.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The
Exactly.
brick
Exactly.
structure looks like it's untouched, and that's very,
Has an
strong.
engineer checked it out yet?
Sorry.
As an engineer, checked out the
Yes.
stability.
The engineer went
do
that.
Yeah, they checked the buildings and marked the ones that were not structurally sound.
Good.
I think most of them are okay though.
We had caissons under it, remember? So that's,
No,
no.
I don't
you were-
remember.
You were around the desk when we were putting together.
I was the receptionist. I didn't do the,
You weren't the engineer, were you?
no, I was. Ruth did all that.
Anyway,
She
no,
did.
it's got a very super good foundation based on gravel, which stayed put, you know, it was just like a case on it, hollowed out, we put it in, and it's worthy, and it was not a crack, and also it was able to support the whole band of concrete as a continuous pour all the way around the brick, so
You remember?
it looks good.
We remember.
What do you think? I mean, it's.
No, the outside looked great.
It looks great right now.
Yeah, I mean, the
Right in, and then
outside.
you open the door.
Then you look in the window, what
Oh, it's
happened,
terrible.
if the logs hadn't busted the windows out, then if you go down and take them in, but the logs went through and busted, and the cars went by and busted them.
Well, it probably in the water. Well, that looks like that.
That's what
Amazing eagle photograph on the front page.
I mean, it just, between the logs and the cars.
There'll be two separate bids, one for Black County.
Because one of them's coming, insurance, and one's got.
They have to have some separate bids.
It's less than 2,500,
Have to
but
have two
yeah,
separate
it's
bids.
great. Do you guys want to see the invoice and initial? Thank you. No, we just handed it to them.
We will talk about that.
Please have a cup. Grab one if you want.
Oh, my, sorry. I need
I'm
that.
getting
All the pets given in the bank, and then I see it, it's all the bank voice.
I do too, but yeah.
But thank you. I just think we would be in a position having the contractor, and he's a construction manager now for another project with me. And we had all this wonderful history of being able to do all 4 libraries.
I know.
Nobody can say that in the state of Kentucky.
It's wonderful.
It's wonderful. I just wanted to tell you that. It's just been a privilege.
Thanks, Bill.
And thank you
Thank
very
you.
much, Bill. Thank you, Bill.
And thank you all,
Bye.
all my friends. You gotta be my friends. Just
I
you
got
can't
to
be friends anymore.
I got to be.
Bill,
Take care of
Bill.
Great to see you.
Bill, that's one reason that's why we could not put Joseph in the board or you in the board.
Bye.
It's going to be conflict of interest.
Hey,
Bye, Bill.
take
Have a great
care.
afternoon.
Okay, now we have a
Thank
trade
you.
report.
Should I? Yeah, I got it.
Okay. Oh, my dear, we have 7:31. I'll let you pass this around. So that is from 7:31.
No, those are copies that you get. Just
Okay.
take copies.
I'll just, I'll give that to you. And this, I'll let you pass it around, okay, because I need more. Well, do you want me to report also July, August, and September? Or just September? Because remember, we couldn't get any data. If you have an extra of that one, I'll take it. And this is the 9. Wayne was so nice.
Vicky and I can share.
Okay, you can share. This is, I'll just give it all.
You got it. It's this one.
Is that one? Okay, that's the episode I don't have. And this one, I don't want to confuse you, okay, but you could see that was the 9, that's 7, the first one I gave you. This one is the 9. And Miss President, I'll just let you pass it, okay?
I don't mind
Okay, thank you.
You get a state sheet?
Yeah, if you have an extra state sheet. And this is a state sheet, okay, and we're good. And we are good.
Thank you.
Okay.
Good.
First time I've been good.
Yeah. Okay, this is nice. Everybody sees here. No, I don't have a 9. Vic, can you give me a 9 report, please? This is
You take one of those.
Just give me the big one.
We'll share.
Yeah.
We'll
Just
share.
give me the big one.
Unless you've got.
Thank you very much. Okay, let's just start with the report on the 9th, okay? This is the balance ending on the 9th.
You got a whole bunch to talk about today.
I know, and Bill was here, but I know that I shouldn't sing, but I know that he was interested in doing the inside. Well, and that's something that the board has to decide rather than do that. So that's why I know that we were going to, so I just kind of made it just.
Okay,
Because
so you're starting with July or with?
with the 9.
Okay,
Because this one is really the most relevant one, okay. Cash checking is 830,625.30. The preferred money market, that's in, I think this is in Whitaker Bank, is 504,587.48.
No, that's it, community.
Computer, yeah. We don't have any more Whitaker.
Yeah, we do.
We
We've got
still
the
do?
petty cash and then,
Yeah, that's just a petty, but
and the
I'm
state
talking
funds.
CDs.
Right.
Okay. Community trust, we have 103,887.19. Petty cash is 813.90. Now, the taxes receivable, we don't include that, but anyway, he totaled it and I have them totaled for a total of 1,461,112.87. And if we deduct the taxes receivable, we need to do your math.
I am here.
Okay.
1,161,102.80.
Okay, $1,167,000.
$1,161,102.80.
Okay,
Just $10 difference.
okay, yeah,
Than what she's got.
okay. And so that's for,
That's not right, because taxes receivable is 21,000.
you did
That's
that
just $10 more.
I wrote down taxes receivable.
You have to deduct the, yeah, you're right. I didn't even look, so, yeah, you didn't deduct it. Yeah.
Well,
That's my problem.
it's not,
Yeah,
state is right here, but we need to take this amount out.
from the, yeah, and I didn't have time to do this.
I didn't write down the state for.
Take out the 21,000.
Yeah, just take out. How come we cannot do anything now without our calculators? It's just,
I can do it, it just takes more time.
yeah, and I have to recheck.
Paper.
I do it mentally and then I have to recheck it and go for the calculator. Okay, you have a top sticky? Okay.
I do not have the state, I have the tax receivable.
Okay, that's all right. We should go and see black. The black one.
So to go.
Let's try this one. $1,488,086.79. About $1,439,000.
You are wrong. Because it's 1461, that won't do. What was yours?
1439.
Okay, that's more like it.
913.87.
Okay, that's more like. And then and we could, but I'll tell you what it is. State account, 49,441 and 92 cents. And we could add that to Miss Alida, you can give us a total of that. But I'm sorry, I didn't even do my homework.
$1,489,355.79.
Okay, so we're good. So that's at the end of September. And I think I already gave you copies for the July.
Yes.
So no use for me. Yeah, because we have to total it, you know, I'm bad in math. So that's good. Okay.
Okay.
We have a motion to approve the minutes. Treasurer.
The-
Treasurer.
second. Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
Motion been made to accept the treasurer's report. Do I have a second?
Yeah, I said that.
Second. All in favor, I'm saying aye.
I
All those opposed, same sign.
Did we approve the minutes already?
Yes.
Yes.
Linda, can I get you to initial the minutes in that binder? They're right behind that report there. In my steps. Director's financial report.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Here somewhere. Okay. Yeah, we can stop looking when you find it.
It's always last place.
I did not do a huge amount of financial stuff, like no, not a huge amount of purchasing this past month because it's so busy. Earlier, I'm sorry. I'm a little proud, in case you hadn't noticed.
It's good. We got a money from the bookmobile.
Yes,
Ooh, it's like the shelves were.
they don't pay for the aftermarket stuff, right?
And of course, the depreciation and all that.
Right. So let's see.
But you're not going to buy a new
No,
bookmobile, so the
we're
savings for children.
absolutely. And we're going to talk about that in 2 minutes. So we got I'm going to use this. We got a bookmobile insurance payout for $35,442.80. It's a nice chunk and will help to help to replace with the outreach vehicle. We got delinquent tax from the clerk's office for $420.98. We got ad valorem from the clerk's office for $7,436.97. We got sheriff franchise tax, $3,813.75. And then from from Homesite Insurance for the building, we got $153,788.14. That's in addition to the $40,000 that they gave us last month for the building. And then contents, also from Homesite, we got $54,160.83 in addition to the $10,000 that they sent us last month. And as I said, if it turns out replacing costs more than they expect, we can send them invoices and they will send us more. Pretty much.
That's good. That's good. That's good. Pretty awesome.
Yes. And then Square, we took in for copies, printouts, and faxes, $28.06. And then money that we've spent, we didn't spend a whole lot. For postage to mail the packets, it was $8.40. And then we bought programming and janitorial supplies at Walmart, and it was $99.97. And we got a little bit of everything, like a couple of cases of water and toilet paper, paper towels, and I forget what all else. Okay. Can somebody make a motion?
Make a motion.
Need a motion.
I make a motion to approve.
Did anybody have any questions about the director's financial report? No? Okay.
It's insurance, yeah. Oh, I'm just Jeanette. Was this from the building that's personal property insurance? Do we have flood insurance?
It's the flood
Is that flood
insurance.
insurance? Okay.
Property insurance won't cover flood
Oh, really?
damage.
Oh,
Correct.
you have to.
All those in favor, signify by saying aye. All those opposed, same sign. Now we got.
Okay.
It'll cover if you have a.
Yeah, I know.
Or earthquake.
It'll cover earthquake and
Or
cover hurricane, but it won't cover a flood. Okay, I've got Amazon bill and vouchers here. Did you get all the numbers with me? Yes. I'll start them this way.
That's why they said 4 minus some 4 billion for all those insurance. But they could not. They could bankrupt that insurance or something.
Well, Farm Bureau was killed. I think this was, there's two separate.
They're not kidding. We paid in for 100 years and never used it.
Yeah, that's right.
And I still
They
didn't
were
use
busy.
it, so.
Yeah,
you
that's
know.
right too. That's right too. Yeah.
Any insurance.
I'm sorry? Oh.
And maybe busy wise, I mean, money wise.
Do you guys have any questions about vouchers?
Louis, is this for Blackie? Oh, that's for Blackie.
A video is $220.
It's multiple videos. It's one purchase from the video company, which
And there was another 400,000.
What happened is when we got flooded, we put on hold all the deliveries because Leon as well as gets videos from the same place. And they accidentally put us on hold. So this was a catch up on all of the videos that we had ordered for 3 months.
and
Okay.
when you
Good.
get
So
to
you have some
Vicky's-
new ones?
Yes.
Yeah.
And when
My
you get to
God.
Vicky's stack of vouchers, it'll be in there. Does it list the individual videos or just list how many?
No, this is.
No, on her, behind that sheet are the vouchers.
Yeah, it'll
At
list
least
Yes.
individual.
That's for cleaning, that's for what he did with the pictures, stripping out all the drywall, removing any furniture.
So that doesn't start.
No,
You haven't.
we haven't started the construction.
That 24,000 for Louis Brothers is flood cleanup.
Yes, that's this, removing the flooring,
So that
removing
was,
the damaged toilet from sink. Yes,
That's that.
So you didn't get served right there.
not at Black, just at, because, I knew we were gonna have to do, I mean, Brian's doing the
Well, that's good.
Treatment
That's good.
with
That's
the-
good. It's
yeah.
probably cheap.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would say.
Did you
I
use
do
that
not-
for-
Lord, no.
I do not have the invoice from ServPro
I'm
yet,
sure it's
but,
fancy.
We use friends.
Ben, the guy, the
Volunteers,
insurance adjuster who has been talking me through all this stuff, he said that their estimate is right on par with that, and Homesite actually, it'll be covered in that total that it's part of the building amount. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that's.
Yeah, so we're not paying for that. I mean,
No, it's really.
we are paying for it, but we're not.
I apologize. My son's like, you know, he was on his way home for a money.
What happened?
What time we did it? What time we did it?
Okay. So,
Any questions on the voucher? Motion to approve.
I guess my Sony and all them are not ordering in. I'll say like,
Okay.
no,
yeah, because of this situation.
Got a motion and a second.
Not
All
yet.
those approve, signify by saying aye. All those opposed, same sign.
Just what you just said, that they're not ordering anything, but the orders that they had in already through this company.
Yeah.
There's what we put on hold, they also put ours on
Oh,
hold.
so they're just shipping it.
Right.
Okay.
that's part of what we did.
Now we
And why
have
we got.
building projects.
Okay, so Brian and I had talked about Blackie and fixing Blackie. And I also talked with the directors in the directors meeting. And I do not have the capacity to be a project manager. I mean, if I had nothing else to do, I could probably do it. But I'm not sure what Bill was talking about, but Brian said he would be a project manager for $1,000. And that includes coordinating, but not limited to the following: specific drywall types, flooring material selection, casework / reception desk, painting, electrical repairs, possible water heater replacement, HVAC repairs. HVACs have already been repaired. And project manager cost would be less than $10,000. I'm sorry, $10,000, not $1,000. And that should cover the design, material selection process, defining the purpose, scope of restoration work, conducting a pre-bid conference at site, and periodic inspections of construction progress. And he said he would be happy to serve as project manager for Blackie and or Neon.
Well, if he serves as project manager, can he bid the job too?
I don't think
Or
he
is
can.
there
I
a
think that's a conflict.
I would think so.
But he can like contact the other construction companies and tell them,
You tell him what to do, when to do it,
yes.
and pick all the.
Well, he'd give us options for the stuff.
What are you gonna do? Electric, forward, water?
These are his expertise.
Yes.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
You know. Did Bill say that he wants to be project manager?
You know, that's what I was
Yeah,
asking,
that's,
because,
he can be good.
But he said with Brian.
yeah,
So that's something they need to work out.
It's an extra.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it is. I was just wondering too, Alita, so do we need Bill to redesign the interior? And
Of Blackie? No.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
No.
I'm just like, okay, I think we know where the shelves go. We
I
know
mean,
where the, yeah, we can.
Brian
figure
and
that
I
out.
can do a walkthrough and talk about, Brian, Grace and I, and anybody else that wants to come can do a walkthrough, and we can talk about what we want it to be.
They're gonna make sure they get you a good chair down.
I was
Yeah,
thinking we
yeah.
get more of those computer chairs like we had, but they're plastic, so we can't.
And they have more memory.
Anyway, yeah, you are welcome to be in on
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
so I don't think we need an architect for Black.
I don't think so either.
That's what I was concerned about.
That's what I was
I
thinking.
would
too.
We all love Bill, but
Neon, no, he's expensive, you know,
That's
he's
an
a
important.
expensive.
So I need a motion for Brian,
Yes,
okay.
to hire
Okay,
Brian
my
to do
question,
the
my
project.
question,
Yes.
how long will he be the project manager?
Until
it's
it's
finished?
done.
it's finished.
Till it's done.
No.
So
Just
is
the
it a
inside.
monthly 1,000 every month, or
No,
did he
that's the
say?
total.
It's
I think it was a
10,000.
total of 10,000.
Oh, 10,000.
That's what he's expecting it, because
That's
as a
the-
So that's
project
like the
manager,
balance doing
he
it.
would get a percentage of what the repairs cost.
Okay.
Oh.
So is he able to
course he
bid,
is.
or he said he cannot bid?
If he's the project manager, then he cannot bid as a contractor. So he can be the project manager, you just have to
Yeah,
have
yeah,
a
yeah,
different.
no, I know that, yeah,
Okay.
but the construction, so is he aware of that, or does he want that?
Oh, I'm certain he knows that if he's the project manager,
that
he can't.
cannot bid, so
Right.
I'm just wondering, does he know that?
I can verify
He
that
can
with
have
him this
some
afternoon.
people did.
Yeah, well, my question really is that, can he bid for the construction if he is project manager? So
No.
does he know that he can?
I'm certain that it does, but
I'll bet he knows all about it.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
if
He's a professional. so
Yeah, yeah, I know.
He knows
Yeah,
what he
yeah,
can.
And
Yeah.
he's meeting with me this afternoon to do a bid for cleaning out the basement. So I can make sure that he knows that.
Maybe he'll make his father do it.
Well, what we do is add to her motion that, that he knows that he will be forbidden to bid on.
On that project.
Yes.
Yes.
Sweet parent, he's got friends.
Yeah, his dad.
And he's got lots of connections that are also contractors, and I'm certain that he's gonna be like, you guys should bid on this.
Yeah.
They'll be like, yeah.
So,
And it's, yeah, and I, yeah.
Okay, I've got a motion, I need a second.
I'll say that.
Okay, got a second. Any other questions? If not,
Okay, that's.
all in favor, signify by saying
I
aye. All opposed, same sign. Okay, flood update.
I'm still on the building projects. Somebody mentioned neon.
Neon is what I would like to get.
Does that include neon too? though?
No,
No,
this
no,
is
no.
just black. Neon would be a separate project. And I do think we need an architect or a design firm to handle neon, because also out of my range. And it was suggested to me that since Bill Richardson designed neon, and neon did have some issues, that we should get a different architect in that can see those issues and fix them. And they would also be able to additionally verify that the building is structurally sound.
Did they, you said, in a meeting that somebody already look at it? And it's designed?
Yes,
They were-
somebody from, do you think it was FEMA engineers that came through?
I think so. And so,
Yeah,
so the foundation is good.
foundation is good.
Okay.
The only real structural issue we have is we lost a window. The window casing broke out. But an architect would be able to verify it thoroughly. You know, they won't build in a building if it's not structurally sound.
I think we really need an architect for neon. Because it's a total architect. Say that again, Jenny?
I'll make a motion, we get a new architect rather than have Bill go back to do it. He's done it once.
Do we have to put a bid out for that?
We don't have to bid, but we do have to do interviews, and I have some names. And I will contact them and see if maybe they can come to the November meeting.
And could
Maybe.
they have information?
Like they would be able to show us
Yeah.
some examples of their work. And usually, and they would show us basically how much they would charge us, basically, depending
Will
on.
they walk through neon before that meeting?
Oh, because
Usually
they-
they'll not walk through
Till after.
before it. They would basically show us a portfolio.
And afterward, they walk through it.
Then do the
Come back.
design.
Yeah.
Come back with the design.
Yes. So to keep with our procurement policy, even though it's an architect and we don't have to, I will try to get at least 3 architects that will come and present for us. We can have that be a special meeting, or we can have it at the November meeting.
Can they go and look at the building and?
Sure.
I think
I
they
mean,
would be nice.
I'm thinking if they looked at neon, they would at least get a basic, well, it's gonna take approximately blah, blah, blah. to get this done.
Linda, I agree with you. I think that's
Yeah.
because you put
Yeah.
them there and they say, oh, we built, let's
In
see,
your
don't
contact
public,
with
we
the
built
architect,
this.
Have them
Yeah,
to go through
I
and
can.
survey the damage.
exactly.
I
I
can-
would
I
like
can-
to,
I
I
think
think, yeah.
bringing them in blind.
Exactly. I agree with you, Linda.
And they
And
decide
together
they
with a
don't want it.
portfolio
Yeah,
of other work.
Okay.
that's right. I would like them to come and see, okay, this is the building we're going to renovate. Could you give us an idea what kind of design
This is
inside
the
the
portfolio
building?
they had
Yeah.
previous.
Yeah, because the
Absolutely.
outside is already done. And it's the inside now.
Okay, I've got a motion on the floor. Need a second.
Well, I'll say, did I make the motion?
Jeanette-
I said,
Jeanette-
well, we did so much talking and I said. what
Jeanette made the
you
motion.
said.
All those in favor, signify by saying aye. All those opposed, same sign.
Okay,
Okay, now we've got the black key and the.
And neon.
Give me just a second.
And Jenkins
Okay.
is all right. There's
It
no
was not
problem.
charging.
And Alita, do you have anything to say about downstairs too? That's another building.
Downstairs, we've been running the dehumidifier. It is not as horrible when you walk in the building as it was.
I don't know.
Oh, not the stream out back. that's
I mean,
running
every
from the courthouse.
building I walk into is the odor.
Yeah. Mildew.
When I smell somebody smells good, I just go.
Yeah.
Wayne's office is still, it smells. Yeah.
Well,
My
it's
house
not his
does.
office anymore. They're in the Piva building now.
Yeah, I mean, we're there now.
Oh,
because
where
the
they are,
building-
yeah.
Because the building was flooded downstairs.
Yeah.
Dr. Collins' building.
So,
It's the basement was bad.
so here
use
you're
that.
going to cleaner that.
It's bad. Even it goes up to Wayne's office.
Yeah,
Brian is going to clean out. That's already been decided.
it has. It's one of those emergency, I can contract contractors for in emergency, and it is, well, it's not.
When does he foresee doing that?
Well, we're doing a walkthrough this afternoon. He's gonna do a bid so I can present it to FEMA tomorrow. Let's see. Oh, it's in here somewhere. I have estimates for the elevator.
Yeah, and the elevator was gonna ask you.
They sent me two, they call them modernization estimates, but really it may not be in this stack. Did not verify that I had them earlier. They sent me two modernization amounts. One is slightly fancier than the other. Let me see.
Yeah, you probably need to redo the little.
Yes, definitely. Where?
Really, we don't have to do the elevator for new business.
Right.
Yeah.
I will find those estimates for you.
Okay.
So
Split up
that was basic.
there. Okay.
You've heard all about the flood update. Meeting with FEMA tomorrow. I'm still working with Ben from Home Site as we go along. Elevator tomorrow. Building projects. That's pretty much flood update.
I guess I have one more question.
Yes.
On the building projects. I mean, I'm backing up here, but did they install the green door at Blanket?
Not yet.
Not yet, but have they decided whether or not it can be used?
Yes.
That's what it is.
Okay, so it can be used.
It can.
Okay, good.
And Jenkins. has
He's gonna
been
donate
also-
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Jenkins has also been.
That's part of
installed.
the riverbank remediation project.
Yeah.
I did install it.
I knew that.
That's what I want to know. I think she had a picture.
I have a picture. It's been
Yes,
installed.
let's look at it.
It was there the last time I was there.
Let's go look at it.
It's
It's just
down
too cold
here.
to be in there in the porch to have
It's
baby.
not bad,
kept
it's just been
going.
a year.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
has been quite a while.
So good. And they have a little porch.
Yeah, the deck.
That's
It's
why I
really
said
nice.
it's kind of cold to have coffee there and sit down and they still don't have furniture, but that would be.
We're
nice.
gonna, when things calm down a little, I'm gonna sit down with Jenkins staff and order some furniture. I think we're just gonna get some regular picnic tables.
Yeah, that's all we need, really. You make something fancy, somebody might just haul it out and steal it.
Yeah,
Everybody's stealing.
I would
anything.
secure the picnic tables to the deck. Yeah. So
They
can-
really just.
we can
Okay,
chain them to
chains
the
around.
deck. Yeah, we can chain them to those metal handrails.
I mean, yeah, I mean.
Yeah,
that-
they'll get everything, isn't it? We had a new chair here when we were
Everything
building.
out of these homes.
When-
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Next item is strictly
Yes.
policy.
And it was in the stack of things, sure, there, spot somewhere. Okay. Basically, well, I'm gonna give you guys a moment to read through this. Is it the sick leave donation policy? No.
Oh, it's the donation.
Yes, proposed. It's probably towards the back. I'm gonna give you a moment to look through. It would be right next to the newsletter, probably.
Yeah, I see it. I think Livy's example of when she said she lost all her sick days when she resigned from school.
So I'm gonna let you guys read through that while I print out those estimates for the elevator that I had and lost. Well, not lost, but they're somewhere.
Linda, do they have this mountain code when you walk in?
They didn't have the donation policy.
They don't.
I think they do now. I'm not sure, but I don't think they have, but I know they didn't.
Okay. Sorry it took me so long to write this. Well, steal it and rewrite it. That's above the criminal. Why reinvent the wheel? Okay, so this one time when I was working at the Cincinnati Art Museum, cell phones were not a big thing at that time. I went into the bathroom. I was in the bathroom and there was somebody in the stall next to me and she said, hello? And I said, hello. And she said, how are you? And I said, I'm fine, thanks. How are you? And then she said, do you mind? I'm on the phone.
I knew where that was going.
Yeah, I did the same thing.
Thanks for that showing.
Oh my goodness.
I think it was other libraries. Do they have some?
I don't know of any libraries that have a sick time donation policy.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked, like I asked on the director's listserv, the regional Alexa, looked around to see if she could find anything, and they couldn't.
So this is ground zero.
This is not
Alita's research and brain.
It's not exactly ground zero. I stole it from the state.
Well, but I mean, for a library.
Yes,
Yes,
because did your staff request this, or is it just something
No,
we decided or you decided?
I think H suggested it.
Yeah. But we had
Yeah, we had.
That's why I don't know.
Well, it makes a good working relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all right.
I had
It's all right.
I had when my brother got real sick, my sister-in-law had to use it, and people gave to her, and it was wonderful.
Yeah, I think
Job security.
From all over the county, they gave.
Yeah, yes.
So
Right.
will this
That's
be
People that
each
participate.
library, or is it going to be like Jenkins can donate to Plattsburgh?
Any library employee can donate to any other library.
Any other employee?
Okay.
Sounds like.
Do they have to be full-time or?
No, part-time gets sick and vacation also.
Oh, really?
I don't know that any of them would have enough stored up to be able to donate, but they could receive.
Okay, I make a motion to accept this policy, the sick leave donation.
Any discussion? I have a motion.
Do you have anything you want to add to it? Or anything? Or discuss it?
Yeah, my only thing probably is you have to-
Only in there about the doctor. Excuse me. The nurse.
Nurse practitioner?
Nurse practitioner or
A provider.
Yeah,
Or-
basically physician level person.
Provider.
Does it not say nurse practitioner? Do I need to
it
change?
was,
You could label it medical provider. There you go.
Advanced practice registered nurse.
Yeah, but it may be a PA, a physician's assistant too. So I would word it medical.
Okay.
Medical, what did I say?
Provider.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Okay, there you
I
go.
forgot what I said. It makes
Provider.
sense.
My,
Medical provider.
my only suggestion with this, when you discuss, we have your staff meeting.
in there, we should have that.
and
The
that's-
board has the
that's
right
right.
to discontinue.
Sometimes
If it
there,
gets,
sometimes there have been problems.
if it gets.
Yeah,
abused.
some people may try to
Sometimes.
Yeah.
But
Sadness, one
well,
person.
staff does not have to donate if they don't
Yeah.
want to.
It's
It's in there.
Yeah,
Because nobody could be
Nobody-
coerced or harassed. I saw.
Yes,
it's
They
there.
don't mean they won't be.
No employee shall directly
Yeah,
or indirectly intimidate,
grounds.
threaten.
Yeah, we have it.
I thought I put in there somewhere that request is not guaranteed that you will receive, because, you know, somebody's got to donate in order to.
Did you not put that in there? Did you want, the, what did you say, Kate, that the board
After
reserves the
Oh, yeah.
right
Discontinue.
to discontinue the
Yeah,
policy? There you go.
In case it's.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
just,
just.
yeah.
Because we need to have
You
something
could
for
even,
it.
yeah, you can.
Take the rest of the members.
To discontinue the policy.
We don't want anyone to.
Yeah, that's.
Okay.
I think we have a motion now.
I made a motion.
Second, all those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Same sign, motion carries. Thank you.
Did you want this too? Procurement?
I thought
Address
you-
this.
No, that's we
Okay.
approved it last meeting. It's just your copy.
Okay, sounds good.
Let's see, outreach vehicle. Rory and I have looked at those lists, and then we looked at the vehicles, and we were gonna go see in person, but nobody has any of the ones on the list anywhere near us. So I've got to call into the guy at Bachman Ford in Lexington.
Yeah.
They're one of the providers for the state contract vehicles. And after looking at all of them, size wise, gas mileage wise, Roy and I decided that the 2023 Explorer is the best option for size versus gas mileage, plus storage. And the way to get the best gas mileage is to go with the EcoBoost, which is it's like a 1 cent add-on. So we are looking at and to get like a couple of add-ons. One of them is the blind spot warning. They call it Copilot 360 Assist.
So are you going to order this vehicle or not?
I've got to call into the guy.
It's on the market.
Well, I don't think that there's gonna be any on the lot with
They won't stay long.
with what we need. So
At
So
one
I
time,
got-
they had 185 vehicles that were stored
Yeah.
because of
They're
chip shortage.
So, what we're looking at is the 2023 Explorer XLT, which is a little bit bigger. That has
Yeah, sir, says that a 3-seater too.
It
All that
is,
goes there.
it's got third row seats,
Third row
but
seat.
they're tiny, like.
Yeah, but it's still,
extended cabs.
it's
Yeah,
still,
yeah,
since
it's-
it's lay
it's
down.
the
and give
room,
you
yeah.
room.
There you go.
We were looking at seating plus possible cargo. So, that has a base price of $39,523, plus the EcoBoost, which would be 1 cent. And then, the 360, which is basically $1,000. That's, the all around like blind spot warning and then.
That Consumer Reports, that's one of the best accessories you can have on a vehicle. Because if you're on freeway, it also protects your side, forward, and rear.
Anybody want? And then we also decided that the all-weather floor mats was a good idea because, you know,
What was the cost?
on the floor mats, I think it's $200. And I think that includes the cargo area floor mat. Cut it off.
WeatherTech has
They said a shortage of cars. You
Huh.
cannot buy them if they're on order or something. I'm just listening.
Okay.
I'd love to.
I just take buy them.
Yeah, they said
So you did.
there is a shortage because of that.
And
Yeah.
I had this Ford Explorer. It was a 16.
Uh-huh.
But my second row seats also folded. So I had all that curtain space.
Yeah, you can.
Nice.
So
Well,
that might be an option
Okay.
in this one. I don't know.
It would be with a cargo that they're going to stay.
I'd say it does.
So
Yeah, yeah.
all weather floor mats, and I think that's all the way around.
But mine was platinum. So that is,
We weren't able to look at all of, like, we can get certain chassis types. The Sport was also one, but it's super, it's like
mine was also a
$20,000 more.
316. So they've improved and changed. You know, it changed them since I.
Yeah, and we also wanted to get daytime running lights just because it's a good idea. And then second row bench seating instead of the
Individuals.
Yeah.
yes. Because we can fold it down, or we can set stuff on the seat.
Do you
And-
ever, I mean, as far as passengers, does he ever haul more than one person as a passenger?
Mhm.
I think they want to use it for meetings.
We for transportation to.
Yeah. they-
Conferences, we want to be able to use it for conferences. There have been times when we've had somebody illegally sit in the back, like on the way to a parade.
Or sometimes they use it to go to meetings and.
Yes,
they
and
use
for
the cars
outreach.
or what.
So
That's
it's
wonderful.
not just going to be,
Multifunctional.
yes.
There.
So with with, what did I say? The XL 4-wheel drive was 39, and then it's not gonna let me just add them up. So yes, 39, 523 plus 1 cent. Basically, it's gonna be less than the Sport package. I'm gonna,
I think we can get anything less.
No.
no.
They still drive.
So I think,
And I use.
let me do math.
I use it 2006.
Well, my Johnny's.
Let me
trip
see.
And my Camry was 2011.
If
But
I
when
can do
had full
math.
coverage, They paid. for it.
Okay, 39.
Is the one that they got there.
I had forwarded all of our vehicles.
Oh my goodness.
So
We
we
got
got one for the
Five.
price of two. But
Plus,
I liked about that much for me, my bed,
Plus
before I lost my vehicles. I got
995
out to the cars and got them moved and liked about
Plus-
that much.
flood shower. No,
What was
we
that?
I think we're gonna be
200.
We still aren't in it.
Are you finished?
No.
Plus
Yeah, we-
45
We can't get a carpenter.
plus,
We got the supplies and we're ready to go, but the carpenters.
You can't get a
just won't
carpenter,
show
you
up.
can't get a plumber, you can't get an electrician.
We have the electrician, we have the
95.
HVAC, he says it just needs one part, and he has it, but.
So
He
you
told
have
us
that,
that 2 weeks ago, he still hasn't shown up to put it in.
so you are not in your house yet then?
No, I don't know when we're good.
Oh, I don't.
It's somebody up high. I don't, John
So-
knows him, I don't know.
with all of the things that we want added together, it's gonna be roughly $41,258.01.
That's fine.
That's a
That's
good
a good
price.
Yeah, we buy. The only thing is that if they have it in stock, or you might wait 6, 7 months.
This says
It's gonna have.
it's 120 days, but I won't know for certain until I talk to the guy he's got my cell phone number, he's supposed to call me back. But just in case, would somebody make a motion that if we can get the vehicle for under $45,000, go ahead and buy it?
I say go for it.
I'll
make a
the
motion.
I'll second
The
that.
same vehicle with the same option.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true, that's true.
There's,
There's.
Motion been
So I
made
make a motion.
to make an alternative selection.
and that's 40,
if
well,
necessary.
alternative to those options, but we have to stay on the list of,
Yeah, same
Okay.
vehicle.
that sounds good.
Okay, I have a motion, do I have a second?
I second.
Second.
And-
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
I,
When this happens, I will need somebody, well, I will either need a signed check to take with me or somebody that can sign a check to go with me to receive delivery of the vehicle. I won't know for certain, but I will.
They may even deliver it to you.
They might.
So,
Yeah.
you can look at that too.
Okay. If I need,
I nominate each.
if I need
But you
to
don't have to.
make a wire or
Krispy
get a
Kreme.
check,
Yeah. We can do that too.
Just call around until you find somebody at home to do it.
yes,
Yeah, yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, elevator modernization, I printed out those estimates, let me run and get them.
And so that's gonna be a big one.
While it's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be, I was fully expecting them to be $150,000. While I'm running to get those, if you guys want to get lunches, please help yourselves. It's also a good time.
Remember Mr. Carter, Devin Carter was here.
Carter,
Yeah.
Chiefy.
He used to inspect, right?
Yeah, and his name is still on an elevator that I ride about once a
Yeah,
month.
yeah,
His
because-
name is still on there as inspector, and so it
Yeah.
hasn't been inspected in 10 years.
Yeah, because
probably.
he used to come here and he said, did you know you could get a grant on that, make it handicap, da, da, da. I said, well, we'll try. That's why I couldn't forget.
Yeah, he worked for the
He
state.
came every year, and because we have to submit a form every year.
I see him just about every day.
So he's retired, right?
He's retired from the state, but he's still our fire chief.
Oh, really? Oh, there you go.
What's his name?
Carter Bevins.
Carter Bevins,
Yeah,
I
I've
remember.
heard that name. I
He's
don't
been
know
chief
what
since
place.
1977,
But I've
He
certainly
used to-
heard the name.
Yeah, he used to come here and inspect, you know.
but at the tailgate, this Philip said, Linda, that guy's was a firefighter in Arlington. And we're talking, and he said, I work for the state too. I said, you didn't happen to know Carter Bevins, did you? He said, I was his boss. For the state. And I said, yay, I can't wait to run it.
Vicky, did they already took out all the water in the elevator, in the pit and all that? You remember?
Yeah, I don't know if they have.
Because those are like hazardous materials, but they have to have a special.
That's what Brian's gonna come do.
Yeah. Because there is a special
Leon
tool.
was over
that-
there.
Oh,
We got a long
Linda,
way to go.
you know.
There's got a long way to go.
Oh,
But it's better.
go through better, no.
It's better.
That breaks our heart, that's just too much. Alita, did they take off the watershed on the elevator? Because they're all contaminated.
The,
Hazardous, they have to have
it's-
special equipment to get.
no, it's been dried out.
Oh, it's been dried.
I see that.
The hydro, Eco, that company, it's in my list of Ecotech, they came and pumped out the hydraulic fluid.
Oh, okay, that's what it is,
Um,
because it's a special, I remember.
Yes. And as soon as Terry told me that, I freaked out a little bit, honestly.
There's 3 sump pumps, how many, 2 sump pumps?
There's 3 down there, and I'm
That's
waiting.
what they.
Oh, I should have told you that. I've got to call into Jimmy Pottle to come and fix the sump or replace the
Is
sump
that
pumps.
COVID?
Does he?
Yeah, that's why he cannot come.
Well, he said he would come and take care of it as soon as he could,
Yeah.
but I have not seen him
He's
yet.
got COVID. So he cannot come to my house. He is
So-
going to place a bathroom.
That is the smaller of the 2 modernization project costs. I don't even know.
I don't know.
I don't
You
even
can
know if
read
they all
this. I
printed
don't
out.
read things like this.
You don't have to read the whole thing, just the
Oh
first 2
my.
pages that lists what, or the first, yeah. It gives you the amount.
My husband has so much patience reading all these things.
I didn't even look at them all.
I could never be a researcher.
Oh my God. Abu will read everything about economics that he could almost memorize what's going on in the world. I don't have patience.
I don't understand what they're talking
And
about.
I cannot understand that.
Especially.
Just assume that they're talking about the workings of the elevator
That's all I mean.
And one of them is a little fancier than the other one. So far, I've given you one S.
Initial progress payment,
Yeah, that's like half upfront to get it started, and
41,000 to get started.
And I believe it's gonna take like a week for them to get in there, remove the hydraulics, replace the hydraulics. That's just the first set of turnout. See if that's the second.
What kind of guarantee?
TKE is ThyssenKrupp Elevator. We've been doing business with them for years. They installed the elevators at the rec center, which imagine their elevator repair bill. They have taken care of our elevator since we moved into this building. That's just the smaller one. I don't have the bigger one, which is basically 111,000.
Well, we have to have it, so.
We do have to have the elevator. And since we were not at the point where we had to replace it, FEMA is supposed to cover part of it.
That would be lovely.
It would.
If they do want to stay.
They're coming here tomorrow. Karen, whose last name I cannot remember. Let me pull up. Here it is, $114,063.47. And let me see if I can find what the difference was. It was something. Yeah, I don't expect you to read all of that. It's
Bathroom reading.
Scrap paper on the back. Just recycle it in some form. That's all I ask.
That's what you use for printing things in my house.
Recycle paper.
If I'm print something.
Print
so what I
something,
wanted,
yeah.
I keep it for
Yeah, that's right.
scrap paper.
It's scrap paper.
Let me see if I can figure out what it was something fancy that I knew.
Is it something that's necessary?
No.
If it's
No.
if it's not necessary, we don't need it.
Yeah,
Our patrons,
Yes.
our patrons have been happy with a 50-year-old elevator. You have it.
She has not said
It might be a good idea. to put a
In free
stool
something there for
inside
like
the
an
elevator
hour.
for someone to sit.
Well,
Oh, God.
I've been stuck in elevators.
that is actually probably never gonna happen because we would have to like tear out part of the wall. Yeah, and they'd have to, like, part of the hydraulics are attached to the outside wall. So I don't think that's ever.
As long as it's big enough to put a wheelchair in.
Yeah, that's
It
true.
is.
As long as it's handicap accessible.
It's,
That's all they need.
it's gonna be the same cab, like the same part you walk into, no, the same actual cab. But the stuff that moves the cab up, the hydraulics, that's what's gonna be replaced. And I don't think they're gonna be hydraulics anymore. It's like eco-friendly. It doesn't use hydraulic fluid.
Here on page 8, it says purchasers shall provide on-site parking for all elevator personnel at no additional cost to them. Purchasers shall provide traffic control, lane closures, mid flagman, tractor trailers. That's going to add up to a lot of money if they don't use that parking.
What are you talking
Well,
They're gonna have, that's the only place to park.
Logistics.
But they've got it here. It's out front.
It's not out front though.
If
Which
they park-
one?
If they use the tractor trailer for any of the equipment.
You can get back here with me.
You can.
The hydraulic should only be like maybe 18 foot tall.
And also, downstairs, there's a big window. That is an entrance to the basement.
Yeah, we've got a
We
loading
have-
bay.
Yeah,
Factory.
yeah. There is a window there.
Do we have
that-
to get permission from the city to use the parking lot?
No, it's open.
It's open.
But they,
I mean, I might let them know that we're gonna have.
but they have entrance to the basement to downstairs. It's a big, as big as this probably. This door, it's a back wall.
Yeah, it's a load, it's
It's a loading dock.
It's a loading
It's
dock, it's
4
everything.
foot tall, maybe.
Yeah.
I have to.
It's maybe,
climb in that way.
it's a big one.
It's about 6 foot wide
Mhm.
and 4 foot tall, the loading bay, so we shouldn't have any trouble.
Yeah,
with
we
it.
don't have any
And-
problem.
I've looked inside the elevator shaft, like with the elevator above me, which is also a little bit creepy and scary,
Oh, I
but
don't want to do that. I'll be scared.
Taking a while.
Oh my gosh. No way.
I didn't like lean in there. or
Oh,
anything,
no,
but
no, no.
I've seen in there.
No,
and-
no, no.
And Dana, the elevator guy, that's been taking care of us since I've been here.
Yeah, I know, I'm
Says
saying,
the panel, that they'll be taking out the big green monster, which is about the size of, it's about 4 foot, 5 foot tall. No, I gotta get up on tiptoes. It's about 6 foot tall, about this deep and about 6 foot wide. That's the mechanicals of what was,
Motor, cable.
yes, the hydraulics for, well, the mechanics that worked the elevator, and that's part of what's fried. And apparently what's coming in is gonna be much smaller, but there's also some things we'll have to do, like we'll have to do temperature control in the mechanical room that is right next to the elevator, and removal or addition of sprinklers. It's all spelled out in here. It says it's $82,659.50, but I'm expecting the stuff that goes along with it to be additional charges.
Yeah, there's a lot in here, like, storage beyond 10 business days, you charge $100 a day. And we have to provide storage, adjacent to ground level, has to drive 10 business days in case.
What page are you on?
Page 9.
you've gone through it already?
Yeah.
You reading it all?
He's a speed
I'll let you
reader.
read it all.
Oh my goodness, I'm impressed.
I like to read, then I read through that.
Why can't I
All
read
work
this one?
proposal shall be performed during a elevator's regular working days defined as Monday through Friday, excluding IUC recognized holidays. Regular working hours.
I could see $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 there. Just 10 days. But they're saying they can do this in 8 weeks. Do we have a policy if they go beyond that, like
They cannot add
a penalty for?
ground.
Sometimes each day you say that penalty, and then they'll say, oh, we found something wrong that we have to fix, da, 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 da. That's
Yeah,
another
you take
delay.
$100 stay.
Yeah, that's how it goes, I think, with construction.
That's if they have to put it in a warehouse.
But they have to store it. And we're, you know, are they, is that tractor trailer with equipment gonna be there in the parking lot, or,
They should come as soon as they get it. They shouldn't have to store it.
but can they get through the door with it? The
Yeah,
door,
yeah, they could
the
get.
door has to
through
be
this.
removed.
You could put it up and then you could use it.
Also says
It's a big one.
forklift has to be provided by the provider.
Oh, wow. Oh, I don't know about that.
See, that's,
Is it no additional cost?
We had
Still,
a
you have
we
to-
had a
You have
forklift.
to find somebody with forklift.
We have used that when
You
we
could
put
have
the
have
aircraft
companies
upstairs.
that they work with. Ask them.
Yeah, yeah.
we need to know that before.
When they installed the air conditioning here, they used.
They
forklift.
used
That's
a
big
crane.
one. Crane.
And they'd park in Owens gravel lot in order to get the crane in the right position to raise the new HVAC.
You know, when they were putting there was even an accident. You used to be mountain come over here. There was somebody almost got electrocuted. The doctors from Mountain Come had to come and run to help the guy. There were 3 of them that were electrocuted. Oh, they were putting the gutter, and somehow the gutter got caught in the electricity. They have to run to the ER. And we were just like, what's going on? Because you could see us all from your windows here at the
Well, we always had a team that was responsible to go let we changed every day for if anything happened in town. We had to go. That particular group of staff had to respond to whatever was going on downtown.
I cannot read email. So we can't even.
I think I need to call Mark and be like, hey,
Address some of these.
Tell us.
There's H. H is a good person.
Really fast.
He is so good. H is. I don't like the patience.
okay, let me call Mark.
Please do.
And let's address this again.
Yeah,
know
we
if
cannot
there's a
make
way
it.
to-
And there's,
And I'll,
there's just so much. Yeah.
yes,
Let him know
I agree.
we've got,
And-
we have some things that,
we have questions.
there's things that we can't do, but you,
And there are things we cannot understand.
Yeah. It's the audience.
Yeah, that's true.
We're concerned about all these additional charges. What's the,
That I'm covered.
And there you go.
what, how often are additional charges required in addition to that $82,000?
Yeah, well, again,
he'll say you provide all that stuff and there won't be a charge. That'll be his answer.
maybe not.
Maybe.
Maybe it's the other. All we need is an
Very
explanation.
rare, but it's a job that they're doing, and they should provide stuff that they need to install.
To do the job.
Yes. I don't know what kind of equipment he has, but I should have probably.
The way they're working right now,
That's true. That's
I
true.
mean, there's so everybody.
Okay, so we table that motion.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
I agree.
So I can have
I
a
agree. I
Phone
agree.
conversation with
Correct.
Mark.
Yeah.
Announcements.
Staff and volunteer Thanksgiving potluck is November 22nd at 5:30 downstairs in the big room. That is the day after the board meeting, November board meeting, which we'll get Thanksgiving dinner for the board meeting. I mean, the 21st, the staff, yeah, staff and volunteer Thanksgiving dinner is November 22nd at 5:30 in the big room downstairs. You are welcome to come. I would love it if you came.
Is the 20th.
It's the 22nd. You don't have to bring a dish. You can if you want.
At what time?
5:30.
Board meetings on the 10th.
Okay.
Board meeting on the 21st, and I've got it here. Board
38.
I believe it's been over a year.
I know, well, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Every time I go to the hospital, okay, tell me your birthday. It should be just 11/21, 81. That's what I.
Well, that's my dad's birthday.
And so that's Stephanie. So every time we go to the hospital, what's your birthday, Stephanie? 11/21, 81. She would just memorize.
So the November meeting is here, November 21st. And then the staff volunteer potluck is the next day.
Need a motion.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn. Have a second.
A second.
Official adjourn. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, let's eat.